Welcome to aminacademy.com. In mathematical formulae and their explanation, let us discuss about trigonometric functions. Now, definition of trigonometric function for right angles. Here, the given is a right angle. Here, theta degrees here. We have to consider always from theta. From theta degree, this is opposite side. From theta degree, it is adjacent leg or adjacent side. And the third side is a hypotenuse. Now sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so it is hypotenuse over opposite. And cos theta reciprocal is secant theta, which is hypotenuse over adjacent. And tan theta is opposite by adjacent, that is cos theta equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Here we have to remember this in this simple slogan. So, ka, to, toa. So, ka, toa. So is sine opposite by hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan is opposite by adjacent. From the reciprocal also you can find from this slogan. Sine reciprocal is cosecant, that is hypotenuse over opposite. Now, this is easier way to remember these relations. It's also important. The basic of trigonometry is here. Next, relationship between degrees and radians. You have to remember pi radian equal to 180 degrees always. Here, to convert from radians to degree, we have to multiply by 180 by pi radians. To convert from degrees to radians, you have to multiply by pi radian by 180 degrees. Look at here. This is circles divided as 12 equal parts. Each part have 30 degrees increasing from 0 to anti-clockwise directions. Here 0 degree or 360 degrees starting and end point, 2 pi radians. Here 30 degrees is pi by 6. 0 degrees is 0 radian, 30 degrees pi by 6 radian, 60 degrees pi by 3. For example, look at here. 60 degrees, how many radians? From degree to radian to convert is, that is 60 into pi over 180. This 3 times is 180. This is pi by 3 radians. Next, for 3 pi by 2 radian is how many degrees? From radian to degree, you have to multiply 180 by pi, which is equal pi by 2, 180 over pi. This pi cut, this is 90, then equal 270 degrees. That is 3 pi by 2 is 270 degrees. Like this conversion is this way, it's easier. Also it is easier to remember pi radian equal to 180 degree. From that we have to get all relations. Next one, relationship among trigonometric functions. The basic is by Pythagorean identity, sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equal to 1. By using this basic relation, we can get it all in tabular values. For example, look at here. Sine theta equal 1 minus cos squared theta under the root because sine squared equal to 1 minus cos squared theta, then sine theta is square root of 1 minus cos squared theta. Now suppose we want tan theta. Tan theta is sine theta over cos theta. So sine theta over cos theta, in terms of sine we can write this as sine theta over cos theta is 1 minus root of sine square theta. Like this, we can get any relations. Suppose look at here, secant theta is what? In terms of sine theta is what? Secant theta is 1 over square root of 1 minus sine square theta. Wherever square root comes, you have to put it plus or minus. Like any relations in terms of other functions we can find. Next, sign and variation of trigonometric functions. Here, the trigonometric functions have different sign variation in different quadrant. Here, for look at this. In first quadrant, all are positive. For this, better to remember this slogan. All silver teacups. In this, the first letter is quadrant. First quadrant, all are positive. First quadrant, all are positive. Remember. Then we can write this as 0 to 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 1 to 0, 0 to infinity. Cot is also 0 to infinity to 0. Cot is infinity to 0. Secant is 1 to infinity. Cosecant is infinity to 1. Like in first quadrant, all positive. In second quadrant, silver and reciprocal, sine and its reciprocal is positive. Sine and sine is positive and its reciprocal is positive. Then rest of them is negative. It is easier to fill like. Then values also 1 to 0, 1 to 0, 1 to 0, 0 to infinity, infinity to 0, 1 to infinity, and infinity to 1. Like this. Second. Third is here. Turn is because that all silver T. Third quadrant. Third quadrant, turn is positive. Turn is positive and its reciprocal. Cot is positive. The rest of them is negative. Then thus cos is positive. Fourth quadrant, cos is positive and its reciprocal. Secant is positive. Rest of them is negative. This is easier to fill, as well as you can put the values for these tables also your own way. Then also you can put the third quadrant 0 to minus 1, minus 1, 0 to minus 1, minus infinity to minus infinity to 1. Third quadrant turn or third quadrant 0 to minus 1, minus 1 to 0, and 0 to infinity. Zero to infinity, infinity to 0, minus 1 to minus infinity, and minus infinity to minus 1, minus infinity to minus 1. Fourth quadrant, minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1, minus infinity to 0, 0 to infinity, infinity to 0, 1, infinity to 1, minus 1 to minus infinity. Like this, you have to, better to remember the sign convention important. Here, next one, exact value of trigonometric functions of various angles. Here, the basic is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45, 60, 90. If you remember this order, we can fill it all the things. Here, first 100 radians, 0 degrees, 0 radians, 30 degrees, 5 by 6 radians, like this. Here, first remember all sine values. 0 is 0, sine 0 is 0, sine 30 is half, sine 45 is root 2 by 2, sine 60 is root 3 by 2, sine 90 is 1. So just fill opposite order for cos. That means 0, 1 by 2, root 2 by 2. Like here from down to up fill. 0, 1 by 2, root 2 by 2, root 3 by 2, 1. And turn is divide both things, sine by cos. 0 by 1 is 0, 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2 is root 3 by 3. Like this divided by this become 1, this divided by this root 3, and 1 divided by this is infinity. There is no value. We can say not defined. Like this, cosecant is a reciprocal of sine. 1 by 0 is not defined, 1 by 2 is reciprocal is 2, root 2 by 2 is 2 by root 2, that simplifying root 2, 2 by root 3 is reciprocal is 2 root 3 by 3, and 1 reciprocal is 1. Like this, all other fillings. Next is exact value of trigonometric functions of various angles more than 90 degrees. Here we know that 4 quadrants are like from 0 degree to in anti-clockwise direction, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Suppose fourth quadrant is 270 to 0 degree, 270 to 360 degrees. Here we know that in the first quadrant all positive and cos is positive. Second quadrant is sine is positive and cos is negative. Third quadrant is sine is negative, this cos is positive. Like you have to remember this. And reciprocals of this one in turn is positive in first quadrant. That these all the things you can remember by using all silver teacups. Here, next here this in terms of turn all silver teacups. This is very useful slogan to get all function is positive, sine function is positive in second quadrant, and tan and its reciprocal function is positive, and fourth quadrant cosine and its reciprocal is positive, rest of them is negative. Now by using this we can get it the sine values of any functions. Now suppose more than 90 degrees, suppose sine 300. Sine 300 values how to find? First you have to split 300 as in terms of 90, n times of 90 plus the rest of the things. Here 300 is then 3 into 90 plus 390s are 270 and plus 30. So this we can say this is odd multiple of 90. So we have to get it. This is a cos and look at here. This is 30, right? This is a cofunction. This cos 30. Then also total is 300. 300 is which quadrant? This comes in this quadrant. All cosine is positive, rest of the thing is negative because we have sine 300, here sine is negative. So we have this cos 30 is root 3 by 2, that is sine 300 is minus root 3 over 2. Now, like any other functions also, suppose here sine, now we can tell other functions, suppose tan turn of turn of 420, which can be written as tan of 5 into 90 minus 30. Look at here, this 420 can be expressed as tan of 5 into 90. 450 minus 30 is 420. Now, this, it is odd multiple of 90, so it becomes, tan becomes cot and 30. This cot 30 is tan 30 reciprocal. This, or here this quadrant 420 is which quadrant? Because 590s and minus 1. 590s, this is 490s is 490 is there, one rotation, and 190 is here, 590 is here, this first quadrant comes, and minus 30 also it becomes first quadrant. In first quadrant, turn is positive, so this also become positive. That is 420 is positive cot 30, which is equal, tan 30 is 1 by root 3, that is reciprocal is root 3 by 1 positive. Like this, we can find any value of degrees in terms of these trigonometric functions. Then one more, negative values of this. Sine of minus 30 is minus sine 30. Cos of minus 30 is just cos 30. Tan of minus 30 is minus tan 30. This reciprocals also comes. Cosecants. Cosecant minus 30 is minus cosecant 30. Cosecant theta. Secant minus theta is secant theta only, because cos minus theta is cos theta. Then cot minus 30 is minus cot 30. These are useful to remember what is the negative degrees of these trigonometric functions, what will come with it. So far we discussed some basic things in trigonometric functions and what is the conversion of degree conversion and angle conversion, as well as basic values of trigonometric functions like that. These are basic lesson to understand the trigonometric formulas. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.